Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Shayness on an extremely windy day. So one thing I get a lot is I get tons of questions about oil catch cans, and the main reason is because I'm a huge advocate about them. So what happens when you don't have the money for a dual catch can kit, but you would like the benefit of a dual oil catch can kit? So ADDW1 actually thought about that, and today, even though I've installed one of their dual kits before and I've installed more or less a DIY with a Mishimoto can, today we have their V3.3, which is essentially their third iteration of their catch can system. And they basically come up with a solution to the problem. While it's not new in the territory of performance cars, they've come up with pre-made kits that more or less provide the functionality of a dual can kit with a single can. And how's that, you ask? Well, let's find out by installing one. This is the can itself. It is, at least from looking at it, a little bigger than the cans on the dual can kit, and for good purpose, because again, you'll probably need at least a little more capacity since this is going to be doing the job of two cans. So traditional entries, but you have the extra, which is single port and then dual ports. I'll show you how to route the hoses for this, but first and foremost, I'm going to put the little bracket so that way we know where we're going to mount this underneath the hood. Alright, so first and foremost, the instructions essentially tell you how to route the hoses, but there are a few details that aren't shown, so that's why this video is being made. The way that this can's going to work is essentially it's going to have you route the PCV going in and then basically redirecting fresh air out back to the PCV side and the intake side. So there's a little bit of magic going on, I'll show you guys, but the PCV side is the smaller of the hoses, but basically PCV is going to go in, then you obviously have to have the same diameter going out for PCV. The hoses that go from the top of the valve cover to the intake are larger, so you can swap these out however you'd like, but based on how we're going to mount it, I want to have the PCV more or less on the inside and the intake on the outside. Now as far as the bracket, it has your typical placement mounts on the top. So this little L right here, as you can see, we basically bolted the typical catch can bracket to the L, so that way we can mount this. I think we're probably going to mount it just like my kit on the ground side. So just showing you guys how that was done. Bolted those on to that, and then we will fasten this with the nice included washer. So we're gonna get under the hood of the car and we're gonna mount the catch can, and then we'll route the hoses in. Pretty easy, we're done. So we're under the hood and we decided to mount the catch can again in the traditional spot. This is held by a 10mm, so if you have a strut tower brace, you're probably gonna need a typical wrench as opposed to like socket and ratchet, because it's a tight fit. But when you actually mount the bracket there, because some people are gonna try to use the same old bolt, I would actually highly recommend, and that's the reason why it's part of the kit, using the ADDW1 included bolt and washer, which will require having Allen keys. So I'm gonna show you once it's installed, and then afterward we will figure out how to install the can to the bracket. Alright, so far right now we removed the hoses under the hood, and we'll show you that in a moment, but I know what you're thinking. For those of you guys that have thought this out a little ahead, so you're probably asking, hey dude, there's 3 ports and there's technically 4 connections that need to be relined up as far as this kit is concerned. So you have 2 options. You can essentially use a vacuum T-line, which will redirect at least 2 hoses to the same place, or in this case, and the way we're gonna go is we're gonna do a little bit of atmospheric venting. So ADDW1 includes this air breather, and this is actually gonna go to the top side of your intake. So essentially it's going to be going on the valve cover. So I will show you guys that in a moment, but I'll also kind of denote where you would put that coupler if you did not want to vent to atmosphere. Alright, so as you can see, we mounted the catch can off of the strut tower itself, and the ground is right underneath it. So now we just have to do the hoses. For those of you guys asking what type of Allen wrenches or the sizing that you're going to require, that one required, I believe it's a 4.5, because it was between a 4 and a 5. And this required a 2.5 for these little small ones to mount the catch can. So let's start directing the hoses, but you're gonna route the PCV to this. So that hose is actually this one right here. You're gonna remove it, the bottom hose. You can honestly replace the whole hose if you really want to. They include a vacuum coupler, so once you remove it from here, and you'll see in a moment, you'll install the coupler, then the other hose, and it'll go up here to there. Then this one right here on the inside will return back to the top. And finally, the fatter one, or the larger one on the outside, will go straight to the intake right here, and we're gonna put a breather right there. So we'll show you right now. So one other interesting tidbit about this install is that if you remember the first time I did the dual can, so this is that connector piece that I was talking about that goes from the PCV hose that's connected to the lower side, that'll go to the actual oil catch can kit. However, now it also includes check valves, so you want to make sure that you know the difference between them. They're these silver ones, and you can't tell because unfortunately my camera never likes to focus, but right where my thumb's at, there's a little arrow etched and engraved on that. So what that means is that that's the way, the direction of the airflow for the check valve. So this bottom portion is what's going to be connected out of the catch can, and then this top portion where the arrow is directed is the hose going back into the system. So these will basically, as you'll see soon, will be directed with a hose going back to the valve cover. So just be very careful of the direction of these arrows so you don't accidentally choke the system by putting the check valve backwards. So I didn't want to go over every little detail because, you know, it's a lot to go through. But one thing is that the breather, as you can tell, it's a really tight fit. So I would recommend having an extra coupler with a little hose. So maybe you can have the breather hanging over there, because right now you can't use the engine cover. All right, and just like that, voila, done. Nice and bolted as mentioned previously. Put the dipstick back in, and as you can see, the inlet, if we follow it, is coming from the PCV, as it should. The two outlets with the check valves in line are going to, so this smaller one is going back down to the coupler for the lower part of where the PCV would have connected. And if we come back up here to the larger one, and if you follow it, you'll notice that it's connected to the intake stream. Finally, not the most beautiful application, but as mentioned, we decided to redo and add an extension to the breather for atmospheric vent on this portion, so that way we can have the actual engine cover to cover everything and kind of keep some dust away from here. Now, if you take the extra time and get the extra goodies from ADDW1, then you'll get a result like this. Hey guys, so that wraps up this video, but there is one final note that I wanted to leave behind, and that is that this can is not just your ordinary catch can. So most cans will just basically take air as best as possible, drag it in and absorb the contamination and then filter back out. But with this particular system, depending on the vehicle platform that you choose, it has multiple sources where the can can be connected. So basically choose the most optimal source of vacuum in order to get more or less the best suction, and then obviously provide clean air routed to the individual outlets. It's a pretty amazing thing. It works obviously during idle as well as during harder acceleration. And then the check valves are obviously there to relieve a bit of the pressure, which is something that some people recommend, but very few manufacturers ever include in their oil catch can kits. So once again, ADDW1, listening to feedback, doing R&R testing, and just trying to release the best product out there. And with these, they're amazing. Even more so, I've gotten a chance to actually look at their carbon fiber models, and they are so lightweight that it's definitely worth the extra money if you decide to go that route. Either way, The V3.3 kit's amazing. Like I said, if you don't have the funds to do a dual catch can kit, this kind of solves a good amount of that problem. And if you feel like splurging, you always have the option to get the carbon fiber kit, where the cans are extremely lightweight in the name of performance and weight reduction. So that about wraps things up. Hopefully this was somewhat informative to you guys, and obviously this will help out a lot of you guys get this done, because you know me, I'm an advocate for oil catch cans, but at the same time save a little bit of money and keep it in your pocket. As always guys, thank you for all the love and support. Please keep doing you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.